back with another demonstration today, so thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be using the alcohol inks and the Yupo, and so we're going to need our brayer and our air dryer. We need some blending solution, Yupo, and we've got some matte card here as well to take the print. So we're going to need some alcohol lift ink as well. Okay, so the colours I've picked today, I'm going to sort of do like a blue-green theme. So we'll give these a go and see how we get on. So I'm going to pop some of these down. So we've got eggplant, sailboat blue, and we've got patina, and then our alcohol blending solution. So I'm just going to put plenty of that on so we've got lots of movement on this. Okay, so let's just start chasing the colours now with the air dryer. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the patina up here and here. That patina is just fabulous, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to dot a little of this around as well, just to create some little circles of colour. And then taking our little blending tool, I'm just going to dot some blending solution on the top, and I'm just going to dab that on. Let's go with some sailboat blue as well. Okay, so it's starting to sort of come together now. I wanted to try and create more of a sea scene, which is why I'm sticking to the blues and the greens. I think that works quite well. be interesting to see what kind of print that gives us now. Still going to put a little bit more on. It's knowing when to stop, isn't it? It's so much fun just watching all these colours change before you. Great. Okay, I am going to stop now. So, going to our alcohol lift ink and our brayer, and we're going to use our multifarious card. This is the white one. I think it's about wide enough, yeah. So remember to act quite quickly with it. So I'm just going to draw a line across the top, and then just gently take your brayer over the top and place our card over the top of that and give that a good smooth down. Okay, let's see what we've got. Wow, look at that. I know we've got some white, we've got a bit of a patch going on here, but that's fine. Once we stamp onto it and use our inks, you're not going to even see that. So I'm really pleased with that background. Okay, so we're back with our lovely background that we've got here, and although I was going to create this for a sea scene, I completely saw something else. You know how it is, sometimes you can just see the scene. So I just saw trees. I thought the trees would be lovely, and we're going to have a dragon on as well, so we're going to have it this way. Okay, so I'm going to be using a number of different blue VersaFines that we've got here, and I'm going to also use some white embossing powder, I think, but we'll get started and see how it evolves anyway. Okay, so I've got a block long enough for that, I'm not sure. No, we'll probably use this one. Okay, so I've got this white area here, so I need to cover this. So I'm going to ink up in the twilight. And I'm going to pop that down over the top of that, just to cover that to start with. Give that a good press. And there we have our first tree, and then we're going to do different colours. That's probably a better block, that one. No, let's try that one. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to use Paradise for this one. And put the lid on that one. And now I'm using the Medieval Blue. So just by stamping off, it gives me a lighter colour that looks like it's in the foreground and the background. It's amazing what you can do just by using different colours. It gives you real good depth on a card. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. And this time I'm going to go back with the Twilight. Need to leave enough room here for our dragon. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that this is completely dry now. Because again, you know, if we're using embossing powders, we don't want the powders to stick to the other ink that I've stamped down. So if we dry everything off, it will certainly help stop that from happening. So okay, pop the lids back on those, and now I think we'll go with this tree here in the white. So I'm going to ink up in the Versamark now. Oops, it's got a little bit of glitter stuck to the back of that, so let me just give that a bit of a clean first. That's the problem with glitter, isn't it? It sticks to the back of your stamps and then they don't stick on your block very well. There we go, that's better. Okay, try that again. So, inking up your Versamark, and I'm going to pop that down about here. Good press. Now we're going to take the embossing powder and just sprinkle that over the top. And I'm hoping that it's not going to stick to the other trees. Yeah, I think that's good. Put that back in there. And then we're going to just heat that up. And hopefully it will stand out quite well with it being the white. We shall see. There we go. It's coming through now. That looks fab now. Against that blue. I think that's worked really well. Pleased with that. Okay, so now we need our little dragon. Pop that down on the block This time we're going to ink this up in the black. So this is the Nocturne. And get the lid off. This is Nocturne. Make sure he's completely covered, and then we're just going to pop him flying over. So good press. And there we go. Okay. So I'm just going to mask that area off now and go around the edge. Which colour shall we do? Probably the Twilight actually. So take a little off and then just work your way around the edge. And this will just highlight your dragon. And there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to go around the edge now of the card with the Twilight and just pull the whole thing together. I'm going to add a little bit of depth down at the bottom here. Just to make it look like there's a bit more of a forest going on. So we just deepen the colour, gives us a nice bit of depth. Okay, so it looks almost like a night sky, doesn't it really? Okay, so lastly I'm just going to pop a little bit of glitter down. We've got the blue purple glitter here which will work quite well. So if I can find my glue pen, there we go. So I think I'm just going to put a little bit of sparkle on the trees actually, just on the tops. Only want a little bit, nothing too overpowering. Let's see how we get on with that. There we go, perfect. It's even stuck to the dragon a little bit and given him a lovely sparkle. Okay, so there we have our lovely background with the trees and the dragon. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. Something a little bit different again. So thanks for joining me, guys. I'm going to be with you very soon. You take care. And I'll leave you with that. Thanks guys, bye for now.